Hey, what's going on? Winebags here. I'm going to show you how I make my AI videos. So I start using something called Deforum, which is using Stable Diffusion, and it's done through Google Colab Notebook. Essentially, I have my settings all dialed in here, and you pretty much just run all these cells. Here's where you put your prompt. So let's run it. And you'll see this will actually start generating the images right here. Boom. And so what happens is these actually populate in your Google Drive. So this is video 69. And you go in here and you have all the frames as PNGs. And so I'll download this. And once those are all downloaded, I will select them all and drag them into Premiere. And you can sort of check it out there. And then I'll actually spit this out. And then I will actually compose some music for it. So here's the one for this. Got a bunch of animal noises. And so I'll actually decide what I want to use to drive the animation. Usually I'm going to use the kick, so I'll actually solo that out. And I'll bounce these out as individual stems. And I'll usually do like all the sound effects as 1, 2. Then I'll actually bring this all into an After Effects project. Make a new comp. And then I'll actually stretch this out a bit. And I'll use posterized time. And then I'll also interpolate. And I'll pre-render that out. All right. And so I use a third-party script for After Effects called Freak React. And so we'll go ahead and make a profile for the kick. And Freak React is really cool because it allows you to select different frequency bands and have that audio drive any parameter that you want within After Effects. So I think for the kick, this should probably be good. Let's take a listen. And you'll see that bar is telling you how much it's going to drive it. So yeah, that's perfect. So then I'll go ahead and enable time remapping on this. And I will react that to the kick. I'll do pulse and I'll make sure to turn on additives so it keeps going as opposed to going back to the original thing. And usually don't need a lot of this. Let's see how that looks. Perfect. And another thing I like to do is I'll add an adjustment layer. And I'll put like a HLS color balance on there, and I'll click the stopwatch on the hue, go in here, and let's actually set up a profile for the effects. It's all the way up, and let's see how that works. And so once we have that one baked in, I'll go ahead and react the hue to that. And I like to do oscillate with this one. It seems to work pretty well. Now I'm going to make an audio profile for this like upper bass wobble. So do that, call it wobble. And I'm going to go ahead and make another adjustment layer. Let's name these. This is the hue, and this one we'll call glitch. I've been using this to sort of just have a fun little thing. So let's bring that ball size down. And so I'll actually have the opacity react to this wobble. So we'll set that to 0. And then we'll have this react there. And then I will also affect the scatter on this. All right, and once I'm sort of happy with this, I'll go ahead and pre-render all this out. So let's go ahead and do that. And so I'll go ahead and make a new comp. Let's call this 2. Drag this new one into it. So we'll bring that in, make sure it's sort of lining up. So I'll actually turn time remapping on this. I'll find where I want to sort of loop it back. Probably right around there. So I'll set a keyframe right there. Copy this keyframe here. And I'll go to the end of the audio and paste it there so it'll actually go back to the beginning like that. Perfect. And that's about it. Thanks for watching.